guys, so as you know, I have a lot of animals. Too many to make an all my pets video without it being, or meet all my pets video without it being like an hour or two long. So we're gonna break it up and make a whole playlist of each individual kind of group of animals. And this video is going to be meet all my lizards. So without further ado, into the video. Alright, so first up, the one I have right here is Aspen, my male crested gecko. As you can see, he's a frog butt. He had his tail when I got him, but he dropped it when I was cleaning his cage. He freaked out, and he's a very spastic little guy, so he dropped his tail. But I got him from a reptile expo, from a breeder. He is like 3 years old now, maybe? 3 or 4 years old. His specific pattern, he's a, I used to know this, like a chevron flame crested gecko of some kind. You know, I don't know the specifics. He's easy to hold when you get him out of his cage, but since he's right next to a female crested gecko, I have a divided cage and she's on one side and he's on the other. He's cage aggressive, so I have to use tongs, get him to climb on the tongs and then take him out like that. Otherwise, he will bite me. But he's a really sweet guy. As you can see, he doesn't care when he's out. He's not fired up. When he's fired up, I can insert some photos right now. He's like dark brown, almost black, and his white pattern becomes creamy and like it really pops against his very dark self. So he's really pretty when he's fired up. But that's him. He's pretty. Alright, so this next crested gecko right here is my female. She is 5-ish years old. I've had her for since I was in elementary school, so that's probably when I was in 5th grade I had her. So that would be like 5 years, 6 years? I don't know, 5 or 6 years. So I've had her for a good deal of time. I got her from a pet store. That was before I was educated on what kind of places these animals come from. She's pretty drab, as you can see. She's not patternless, because if you look closely, she has like a flame pattern on her side. It's just so faded, it's hard to see. She's kind of purple, I don't know. I think that her official term would be like an olive bicolor, and maybe technically she's a flame, but her pattern's just so reduced you can barely see it. This is Tux. I've had her for a while. I'm attached to her. She's not pretty, but I love her a lot. So that's pretty much all you need to know. I've had her for a while, and she's great. Alright, so this next animal is Scarlet. She's my hypomelanistic bearded dragon. She's 66% het translucent, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. I have her like breeding records or something. Anyway, her genetics, I should say. But anyway, she's a gorgeous bearded dragon. The lighting's not the best right now, so you can't really tell. But I don't know how it is in the camera, Nora, but anyway, she's really pretty orange. Don't mind the dots on her. That's paint. It's from the breeder when I got her. It's to tell who was the father and who was the mother of her. And it just breeder stuff. I'm sure you guys know if you are a breeder. But I've had her for about 2 months now. This is my second bearded dragon. My old one was my brother's, but that one was from Petco and it got parasites and it died after a few years. So if you want to know why you shouldn't buy from pet stores, I mean, some animals from pet stores are great, but like considering where they come from and their genetics, you have no idea. Compared to my old bearded dragon, she has so much more personality. She's healthier. She eats. My old bearded dragon from Petco didn't want to eat. Like, the difference in quality between them is great. So if you are looking into getting a lizard or some kind of animal, get from a breeder. Go to an expo, support your local breeders, and it's worth it. Like, the money, it's going to be more expensive, obviously, but the quality and just the difference in her compared to him is just so great. And don't buy from chain pet stores, buy from breeders. It's just, it's worth it. So anyway, I'm getting that out of the way. She's great. I love her. She has so much personality. She's easy to handle too. She's grown a lot in the 2 months that I've had her. Probably by at least like a few inches. I don't know. She loves to explore. She loves to do weird things. Her personality is interesting. Like, she'll jump off from her platform, make laps around her cage, and then jump back on and then sleep. She's just really silly. So anyway, that's her. I love her a lot. Bearded dragons are great. Alright, so this next animal here is my fire skink. I have two of them. This is my male. He's a very outgoing guy. My females are a lot more shy. So, the story with these guys is I was at my reptile expo, walking out, and I saw these two lizards in like a beautiful, like natural grass cage. It was really pretty, and the dude was like, "Hey, I'll give these two to you for $15." And I was like, "Whoa, two beautiful lizards for $15? All right." This was a few years ago. So that's how I ended up with these guys. They turned out to be a breeding pair. Didn't know that at the time, but I've had babies from them before. They still produce babies. I might have some in there right now. I know I have eggs in there. They know exactly where to lay them. I don't do anything. They just hatch on their own. I've had the babies for a while, but something always happens to them. The last time they produced was like about a year ago when I actually had babies. When I found them, I actively sought them out. I had to take everything out and dig through the dirt to find them. My cats got to the babies. Oof. So that was an oof. An unfortunate accident. But in the future, if they produce again, I will raise them up and probably sell them. So if any of you guys want baby fire skinks, let me know if you're interested. I'll ship them out to you. I love fire skinks. Fire skinks are really great. These guys, she came out a little more. These guys aren't the best. If you want to handle skinks, don't get these guys. But they're really cool to look at. As you can see, they're really pretty. Like, really, really pretty. Their size are they have really intricate patterns. But not a skink you want to be holding. They're like tropical skinks. And I love them. They're great. Definitely recommendation for a first-time skink keeper if you don't mind not being able to hold them. But they are really rewarding. You can train them, you can tongue feed them, and they will come out exactly when you want them to eat. You can tap the glass and you'll see like a little moving mound in the dirt, and they'll come up. So they're trainable. They're really cool. Oh, there he is. Look, he has one. Yeah, I see. Hey, baby. Wait, before I'm trying to get your phone. Oh, yeah. Nice. Alright, next up is my leopard gecko, Jupiter. I've had him since I got Tux. So that was 5th grade. That was 5 or 6 years ago, I think. It's something like that. So I've had him for a long time. I've definitely bonded with him. He's not my first lizard, but one of my first geckos, I think, after Tux. Or maybe, no, before Tux. After Tux. I got him after Tux. I also got him from a pet store. So, obviously not a good thing. I got him from PetSmart, and PetSmart also gets their animals for bills. The PetSmart where I live takes decent care of their animals, but that's still, even if they do, it's not great to get them to buy from. When you know that your PetSmart is getting them from Mills, I don't, obviously, but I can assume. So, it's not good to buy from pet stores, but I did before I was educated. And I won't buy from a pet store, I won't buy live animals from a pet store again. Unless, like, I'm rescuing something and I'm not paying them for it. But, it's a Jupiter. I don't know his morph. He's an enigma of some kind. And he's really pretty though. His tail's really orange. I love his tail. He's a little dull. I think he's like on the way to shedding. He's really easy to handle. Leopard geckos are good beginner reptiles for anyone. I mean, it's one of the staples in the reptile community. This is the one that everyone knows. This one, bearded dragon, and crested geckos, I would say are like the 3 most well-known lizards, besides like the big ones, Argentine tegu and stuff, and savanna monitors, but
iguanas.
And iguanas, but
everyone knows iguanas.
But bearded dragons, leopard geckos, and crested geckos are like the 3 best beginner reptiles, I would say. So anyway, this is Jupiter. He's really cute. He's really sweet. I recommend leopard geckos to anyone who hasn't kept reptiles before, they're good beginners. If you haven't had one before, recommend them. That's it. There's a lot of different kinds. There's so many different kinds of leopard geckos. This is just one of them. And there's so many more. If you don't like the normal wild type dotted ones, there's, you know, patternless, snow, like, there's just so many. So, recommend them. Look into them.